some ways, at some point in your life, everybody can be a lost rider. Good morning and welcome to this weekend's edition of News from the Camp House, listening post of the Texas Sportsman Association. This is Herman Brune, and this weekend's edition is also brought to us by the Shaw's Bend Social Club, country club for folks who don't have a country club. All right, I'll tell you what, this week we're going to visit with a gentleman. We're going to be introduced to a gentleman who is a candidate running for the Railroad Commission. Got a bunch of elections coming up right now. The Railroad Commission has, it's one of our state agencies. They're one of the 5 state agencies that I know of that has conservation programs. And it has drawn quite a few challengers. And one of the challengers that we have with us this morning is Mr. James Matlock. James, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you this morning?
Well, so far so good. I'll tell you what. Where are you? Where do you live?
I live in Nacogdoches.
All right. Okay.
Up here in the piney woods of East Texas.
All right. Have you run for office in the past?
My first time running, I ran for Railroad Commission in the 24 primaries against Christy Craddock, and that was my first time ever getting involved in politics.
All right. And you're in Nacogdoches. Have you held any office in Nacogdoches?
I have not. I've worked oil and gas, gone most of the time, always in the field, and I just got tired of the lies, and I was like, you know what, it's time we have somebody with actual field experience come in and redo some things.
All right. Okay. That's all right. Well, elaborate on that point.
Well, one of the big things, with solar batteries, everybody was talking about we have an energy crisis. My problem, anytime they say crisis, it ends up costing the taxpayers dearly.
Yes.
So my fight started out as a pushback against the crisis mentality. And, we flare so much natural gas. I worked with a company back 5-8 years ago, something like that, trying to get permits to put natural gas powered generators in the field.
Okay.
And connect it to the grid to, stabilize our energy usage.
Okay.
And EPC would issue a permit without a power purchase agreement. ERCOT would not buy the energy without a permit. So, sort of that bureaucratic catch-22. Issues going on, so my campaign is don't tell me that's just when I'm still seeing waste.
All right.
And that's pretty much what got me involved in the campaign in the first place.
Okay. All right, let's explain that a little bit to our listeners. Flares. Okay, flares, that's whenever you've got a bunch of produce coming up out of the ground, oil and gas, and then you've got natural gas coming up, and there's so much of it, and you're siphoning off the oil and gas, the oil, the crude, and the distillate and all that, but you've got gas coming up too, and you don't necessarily have someplace to go with it, and you flare it, you burn it off, and that has to be permitted by the Railroad Commission to do that. And what Mr. Matlock is suggesting is that you have natural gas generators that would feed the grid. Is this correct?
Correct. And, most of the flare gas, because we produce so much, especially in the Permian Basin area, West Texas, we produce so much that the pipeline infrastructure is not capable of handling the sheer volume that we send down line on a day-to-day basis.
Okay.
Bottleneck, and then we end up, having to burn off a lot of natural gas. And, there's other things that we could be doing with it, but, it seems to be we do it because that's the way it's always been done.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of my biggest pet peeves. I do not like that.
All right. Well, that's the way it works. I mean, if you're in the business and you see something that you see is wrong, it becomes a pet peeve, and then you want to fix it. All right. You made the remark. You said there's a lot of other things we could do with it. Like what?
Well, there's technology that's been developed at a Texas university.
Uh-huh.
That technology would actually allow us to process the natural gas on location, which when we do the well testing, after they drill the well, then they go in and frack it, and then they have to produce it, usually 15 to 30 days they produce, but they don't have the pipeline built to the pipeline. So that gas is typically burned off into the atmosphere, and we could actually process that. We could get the hexanes and everything that comes out of the natural gas. Those.
Go ahead. All right, we're breaking up on me here.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you're talking about getting everything out of that natural gas and processing it on site. Go ahead.
Correct. And, if we process it on site, we'll get all the things in the natural gas.
Okay. All right. All right. Now, processing. Go ahead.
And a lot of that stuff goes into your medical equipment, your pharmaceuticals, and all of that. 80% of that is imported from China. Yet we burn off billions of cubic feet per day here in Texas.
All right.
And we could replace a lot of the import value and process it here in Texas.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, this has been a long going. I mean, I know for the average listener, they may have heard of flares, they may have seen flares, but they didn't. I doubt that they realize how long this has been a controversy.
Yes, I've spent 20 years in the oil and gas industry, and when I first got started,
Okay, you're breaking up on me again. Go ahead.
When I first got started in the industry, that's the way it's always been done. So that that's the only way to do it.
Uh-huh.
And the longer I stay.
Yeah. Okay. You're breaking up on me again. Go ahead.
So, yeah. When you have people trying to get contracts to do things, and the mentality is, that's the way it's always been done. We're not, we can't endorse your product. We can't endorse your service. There's a problem.
Right. All right. The technology that you were talking about to process this stuff on site, you're suggesting that, this is done through the oil companies, and that
Yes.
Okay, yes. And I'm assuming that you think this would be more profitable for them to do it that way?
It would, and it would the owners who, have the wells on their site, it would actually help them as well.
Well, of course, they're going to receive a lot more royalty. Why in the hell burn it off if the landowner can make money off of it?
Exactly.
The landowner sitting there watching his money burn. All right.
That's what it amounts to.
Yes, sir. All right. I'll tell you what. Let's take a quick break and thank the folks who let us come on here every Saturday morning, and we'll be right back.